Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we had that Nintendo Direct and we're going to go through all the announcements there, but first we had something drop from Nintendo before the Direct. And this dropped last night. You can see the tweet here from Nintendo of America. We invited 16 content creators from around the world to Tokyo, Japan for some hilarious horsing around in Everybody 1-2 Switch. And at the beginning of the video it says this was recorded back in May. Now the video confirms some features of the game that we kind of already knew about from that leak earlier. One of which is that you can play with up to 100 players using your smart device and up to 8 players using Joy-Cons. And not every game is available in each mode. Some of them are exclusive to certain modes. And Nintendo's PR department did put out a little bit of a bullet point list of things available in the game. You can snap photos in the real world with smart device cameras to match a trendy color in the game of Color Shoot. Work as a team to pump up a balloon as big as possible without popping it in balloons. Put your teamwork to test in the game of Ice Cream Parlor, where you'll be keeping a track of your customers' next ice cream orders. Test your wits and reaction time by answering quickly in Quiz Show, where the winner can be decided by mere milliseconds. You and your guests can even create and play custom quizzes. Relax with a classic party game, Bingo Party, but with a new twist playable on smart devices. Now, if you'll remember when the original leaks came out for this game, it was leaked that it was being held back because it play tested poorly. However, I could see some uses for this type of game, especially maybe if you have some type of big event. Say you go to some type of work seminar, they could do some type of game at the end of the seminar and create sort of their own quizzes and let people in the crowd win prizes based off of those quizzes. Or let's say you go to a pop culture convention, they might have a quiz or something up on the screen related to whatever pop culture event they're talking about. But I do kind of find it odd that Nintendo dropped this video, I wouldn't really call it a trailer, the night before the Nintendo Direct. But I guess they felt maybe this didn't really fit in with all the trailers that would be shown in the Direct. But the game is set to come out on June 30th, so at least Nintendo can kind of put this behind them. Now let's get right into that Nintendo Direct, and there was a lot of announcements here. Some of them we expected, some of them we speculated on that did come true, and then some things that didn't. So let's start right away with the first announcement here. We get a look at the new DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Hidden Treasures of Area Zero, and part 1 is the Teal Mask. It looks like this will feature a festival as well as a mysterious masked Pokemon. And then part 2 is the Indigo Disc. And this seems to be set in a futuristic academy setting in the middle of the ocean. And we still didn't get a release date yet, but the Teal Mask is planned for fall of 2023 and the Indigo Disc is planned for winter of 2023. Keep in mind, winter could pretty much go until about March. Next we get another look at Sonic Superstars, and we find out there'll be 12 new zones in this game, and you'll be able to play as one of 4 characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, or Amy. And you'll be able to use your Chaos Emeralds to get some special abilities like cloning Sonic, and he just kind of fills up the screen with a bunch of characters. And the game will have local co-op for 4 players. And we have just a release window here of fall 2023. Then we have Palia, which is a life simulator, and that's coming sometime holiday 2023. And then we get a trailer for Persona 5 Tactica, and interestingly enough, there was no sign of that Persona 3R here, so maybe that's not coming to the Switch after all. And this will be available November 17th, and physical pre-orders are already available, so check that out if you're interested. And the next game is kind of interesting looking. This is Myth Force, and this is a roguelike that's kind of based off the look of Saturday morning cartoons. And the game will feature 4-player co-op online, and it'll be available sometime in 2023. Next we see the next Splatfest, and the theme of this is going to be your favorite ice cream flavor. And you can see at the bottom of the screen they have the dates for this next Splatfest, so check that out if you're a Splatoon player. And the next we see the game that we kind of guessed might be there because we were seeing some leaks ahead of time, and that's Detective Pikachu Returns. So this is based off that Detective Pikachu game that was out on the 3DS. And the game is set to come out on October 6th, and they did say they will be revealing more of this game in the future. And then next we see that classic Super Nintendo game remaster that was kind of leaking out before, and that is Super Mario RPG, and this is coming out on November 17th. And this is a complete remake from the ground up. It's not just like an HD version or something like that. And they do have pre-orders open today, and I'm hoping there's a physical version of this. I would assume there is, but I haven't seen anything just yet. And to go along with that, they announced 2 upcoming games for next year that don't have a title, and that's a Princess Peach game. And all we see here is her changing costumes. And then we also have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and this was a 3DS title. So this is getting an enhanced version of this, and these again are slated for sometime next year. And then next we get Arkham Trilogy coming sometime fall in 2023, and this will have all of the DLC bundled in a single package. And then next we see Gloomhaven, which is an RPG card game coming September 18th, and pre-orders are open for that right now. And then of course we have Just Dance 2024 coming October 24th. And then we have what looks kind of interesting to me, an action RPG from Xseed Games, and that's Silent Hope, and that's coming October 3rd. And it looks like the game will have item crafting and farming as well. And then we have Fae Farm, and I feel like we've seen this game in almost every direct for the past, couple of years it seems like. But again, this is a slice of life, I guess you say life simulator, and finally it's going to be released on September 8th. And then we have Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharge, and the game will have split screen co-op, and you'll be able to play up to 12 players online, and it is scheduled to release on October 19th. And then we have a co-op game, Manic Mechanic, and this is going to arrive on the Switch first, so I guess it is coming to other systems later. And then we see the DLC for Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and it's called The Last Spark Hunter, and it is released today, so you can go ahead and grab that. And then next up we have Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince, and this will be available December 1st. And then the one game that was advertised, we see Pikmin 4, and I just jotted down a few of the bullet points here. It looks like you're going to be able to repair your spaceship and try to rescue, I guess maybe the Pikmin here. And then we get a bit more information about the dog Ochi. The dog will be able to carry items and smash things, as well as you'll be able to sort of level up different stats of the dog. There will be an underground area as well, and you'll be able to use the treasures that you find to repair your spaceship. And then they talked about Dandori Battles. I'm not real sure what that is yet, but you can see it here on the screen. And they also featured Night Expeditions along with Glow Pikmin. Now the game is set to come out on July 21st, but there will be a demo available June 28th. And to go along with that, we have an HD version of Pikmin 1 and 2 that are from the GameCube, and those are out right now. And then next we get that rumored Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 coming to the Switch. And this has the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games in it, as well as some of the previous Metal Gear games from the NES. There will also be a graphic novel, and some additional content will be included, as well as a digital soundtrack. Now this launches October 24th, and pre-orders are open today, and you will be able to buy each of these titles separately if you choose to do so. And then next we see Vampire Survivors, and this is described as a 30-minute onslaught of monsters. And there will be 4-player couch co-op, and this is coming out August 17th. And then we see another rhythm-looking game. We have Headbangers Rhythm Royale, and this features 20 different mini-games, and that'll be out on October 31st. And then next we see Penny's Big Breakaway, and this game is supposed to be coming from the creators of Sonic Mania. And as you can tell, this is a 3D platformer, and it's set to release sometime early 2024. And then we get our first glimpse of Wave 5 DLC from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There's going to be a squeaky clean level, as well as some returning characters. We have Pizzi, Piranha, Wiggler, Kamek, and all of this is due to come out sometime this summer. And then in another rumor come to fruition, we have Star Ocean, the Second Story remake. And this is sort of done in a 3D pixel art approach. And the game will have some new features in the combat, and this is coming out November 2nd. And then next we see a new WarioWare game. We have WarioWare Move It. And as you can tell from the title, the game will be focused on motion controls using the Joy-Con. It'll have 2-player local co-op with up to 4 in party mode, and there'll be over 200 micro games, and pre-orders are available now, and it launches on November 3rd. And then after they mentioned a bit about the Nintendo Live events coming up, we have 2 new amiibo announced. We have a Zelda and a Ganondorf, and these will be coming out sometime this holiday season. And then finally, the one more thing big announcement at the end, we do see that rumored Super Mario Bros. 2D game, and it's called Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And this will be coming out October 20th, and the wonder in the name comes from the wonder flowers that will cause odd things to happen on the screen when you grab one. And it looks like the game has like an overworld selection, kind of like Mario World does, where you can kind of go around and pick the worlds and then go into them and play them. And interestingly enough, at the very end, they reveal sort of a new power-up for Mario, which is like an elephant form. And it looks like with this form, you just kind of smash through things, maybe. But quite a bit here at this Nintendo Direct. There were some things we didn't see. Obviously, that Persona 3 remake that a lot of people thought would be here. And I was kind of surprised we didn't have any announcements for the Nintendo Switch Online service. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Was there anything that you were surprised at, or things you kind of wish we would have seen? And that's all we have for today. Did anything we cover catch your attention? Leave a comment below and let us know. And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.